Gerrit Cole doesn't pitch till tomorrow, but this is the story, and he was prepared to answer
I have
today.
a direct question. He just called it a name I didn't understand as I was going through
Go
it
ahead.
quickly. Spider tap or something? Here's the question.
And have you ever used spider tap while pitching?
That's the stuff.
I don't.
Hello?
I don't know. I don't know if. I don't quite know how to answer that.
Oh my!
I mean, there are customs and practices that have been passed down from older players to younger players, from the last generation of players to this generation of players, and I think there are some things that are certainly out of bounds in that regard, and I've stood pretty firm in terms of that, in terms of the communication between our peers and whatnot. And I, again, like I mentioned earlier, there's, this is important to a lot of people that love the game, and this is including the players in this room, including fans, including teams. And so if MLB wants to legislate some more stuff, that's a conversation that we can have, because ultimately we should all be pulling in the same direction on this.
Thanks, Garrett.
Wow. How do you take that one, Craig? And by the way,
yes, I did it. We all did it.
Yes.
And I don't want to come out and say, because I'm
And
not
good
sure I'll
job.
be in trouble if I say yes.
Good job. I recognize the voice. I think that was Ken Davidoff, and I'm glad he asked the question. Go ahead. Well, how do you take that?
Wow.
Yeah, it was a poor answer. He
That-
should
He did
have
it.
just said yes.
Have you ever used spider tap or whatever this substance, I guess it's a brand name for it, I suppose, of whatever this crap is that these guys are using? Can you play the beginning of that again?
Dude, he must have paused for 8 seconds. Count it like the
Well, it's
Giannis
not 8,
clock.
but have you ever used the substance? Go.
And have you ever used spider tap while pitching?
3,
I don't.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
I don't know.
9.
I don't know if.
10.
I don't quite know how to answer that.
13 seconds to say, I don't know how to handle it. Hands it.
I don't.
How do you not know how to answer it?
Have you ever used spider tap? I don't know how to answer that.
It's either you did or you
Yes.
didn't. Yeah.
You just answered it.
And by the way, Craig, he then blamed the past generation and said there's a lot of things that have been passed down from one generation to another.
Gerrit Cole's a cheater. There's the overall issue about whether or not this stuff should be allowed in baseball. That's a more generic, general overview issue of baseball. I don't care about that for the purposes of this show. For this show, the purpose of the conversation is the second best pitcher in the sport, the best player on the New York Yankees, was accused of using more than whatever the acceptable blank is. And when he was asked a direct question about it, he failed in his answer.
Oh, he failed horribly.
Miserably.
He basically, first of all, he
That's
stuttered.
the story. It's not about baseball. It's not about whether or not they should or blah, blah. The star player on the Yankees just admitted to cheating.
He
That's the
stuttered
story.
for 12 seconds before saying, I don't know how to answer that.
Which is why he's not going to throw at Josh Donaldson, because Josh Donaldson's right.
Well, that was what I was saying earlier
Now,
to you. You knew he was right.
I still think he should throw at Josh Donaldson.
For what?
Because he went outside the family.
Oh, stop with
That
that.
being said, Gerrit Cole just changed his entire Yankee career.